Right, the excitement is raw. Hot off the press of my brain and mind comes my memories of prop hire days working on the early Doctor Who, as in like the revival series from 2005 and to whenever, because you know we don't want the series to end. Long story short, if after Ncuti's second season 2, Doctor Who is no more, for at last the BBC has done it properly with a big budget, I guarantee there'll be many companies wanting to snap the show up. Personally, I love the series in any format. I think Ncuti is brilliant, but I think they need to possibly up the scales a bit on the series. You know, have a few more companions die, show us what a real dangerous world it is to be with the Doctor, and how the character really is selfish because he puts these people in danger because he is lonely, basically. So I don't know, I remember Russell T Davies saying when this new series came out that he wanted a rival, you know, Netflix series and Stranger Things, and you know, I love it. I love what he's done, but I just feel like it's remained the same, you know, whereas yeah, I don't know, I still love it, don't get me wrong, I absolutely love it, but I just think we should push the boundaries a bit more. And I'm sad the fact that Ncuti is disappearing, because I feel like every actor who plays a Doctor should have a minimum of 3 years, just a minimum contract, because the time we get used to you've already gone. And I know it's kind of realistic because, you know, if the Doctor was real and this was the life he leads, it's more realistic that he would go through so many regenerations, because it's a dangerous lifestyle and us mere mortals would die. So in the early 2000s I worked for a hire company called All Props, which you all probably know about by now, and it was a film prop hire company. And so basically I'd been a massive fan of Doctor Who, and then in the 90s with Jurassic Park I kind of got out of it, because obviously there was big budget movies like Jurassic Park, and my love for Doctor Who kind of waned, and I got kind of more involved in Hollywood, that kind of business. So anyway, I walked into the office at All Props in around about 2004 sometime, and there was a man there called Pete. I won't give you his full name, but there was a man there called Pete, not my boss Pete, another guy called Pete, and I overheard the conversation, and he said, oh, they're going to do Doctor Who properly this time. You know, we've got a big budget, blah blah blah. And God, was I excited. All of a sudden my interest in Doctor Who was back, you know. And over the course of the early years of the series, obviously we dealt with a lot of props. Oh, it's getting run over by these cyclists here. We dealt with a lot of props, and we sent a lot out to the series. So this is a video on my memories of that. So number one, the very first episode, Rose, my childhood star map appears in it on the desk of the conspiracy theorist man who has researched the Doctor. Conspiracy theory, don't like that word. Conspiracy theory just means another version of the truth. You don't believe the narrative, but that's politics. But anyway, yeah, so on his desk is my childhood star map, all the box files and paperwork that were clipped to the clipboard. I ended up with that after that was filmed, so I've still got that, so I'll do a video on that. What else? The Aliens of London. When the Slitheen, brilliant creatures, when the Slitheen was destroyed with vinegar, there's a quick shot of Mickey's kitchen and everything gets covered in blood. Well, most of that stuff was All Props items which we sold on eBay, and one of them was, if you watch it, is a little police dog, bulldog, and he's covered in blood. Put him on eBay. He went for £250 back in 2007. We had saucepans covered in the Slitheen blood, which was some kind of filmy texture once it dried. I think there was a West Ham United mug as well, and all this stuff went on eBay. I wish I'd have kept the police dog now, but yeah, it was all covered in Slitheen blood, which was brilliant. Some idiot, hash, delete, yes. when I would say Sylvester McCoy then, when David Tennant is in the Cyberman episode, The Age of Steel, and he's looking up at a security camera, and he's kind of giving Mickey the go-ahead to kind of do what he's going to do on his computer. That security camera belonged to All Props, and the little Cybus Industry logo on it. I had that. Eventually we sold that as well. That was just a little piece of paper. I have to keep pausing because my arm is bloody aching holding this camera. I cannot completely remember the name of the man who was in charge of the Cybermen, who had designed them in... that's bad timing. So the man who was in charge of the Cybermen had kind of pretty much created the Cybermen in the alternative Earth. He was in a wheelchair, and that was by chance. I overheard that conversation. It was played by the guy that used to play Trig in Only Fools and Horses. I overheard that conversation. He'd had an accident on set, so they had to kind of rush build him a wheelchair. And the gas mask that he has, the green hose and the gas mask section itself was ours. It belonged to All Props, and they mysteriously lost it. And of course they got charged loss and damage. And then of course when the series came out, oh, there's the hose that went missing. That happens a lot in the film industry. Things get lost, and then you end up seeing them in films being either destroyed or massacred to make something else. Of course, in amongst the Doctor Who days was Torchwood as well, and one of my regrets was, so in the very first episode there's that knife that Susie uses to kill people just to try and make sense of the glove. Now, there was a drawing, an artist's impression of the knife, and I had that on my desk for about 2 months, that exact drawing. We have the little pinhole in it as well. And after about 2 months I threw it away, and I thought, oh, it's too violent a weapon for Doctor Who, because it came back in a box full of stuff that we hired for Doctor Who. It's too violent a weapon. And anyway, when the first episode of Torchwood came out, there was that piece of paper. Too late then. So the history of that, where that prop ended up, if anyone wants it, was in the bin by my hands. In the bin. That's where it's gone. You'll never get it back. Anyone tries to sell you that, it's bull crap, because it's in the bin. Torchwood countryside, we sent out some human remains. The human remains came back in a box, spray painted with a Torchwood logo, and that was from They Keep Killing Susie. So of course I naturally scalpeled round the box and kept the Torchwood logo, which I've still got to this day because that's brilliant. If ever there was a loss and damage like what we spoke about before, if something goes missing on set, I had this picture of my friend's Dalek at the time that he had built, and every time we sent a loss and damage to the Doctor Who team, I followed up with a fax. It was the days of fax. I followed up with the faxed image of the Dalek, and it said, "Failure to comply will result in extermination." They must have loved me at the other end for that. Well, I suppose they did, because I actually got invited to visit the set of the TARDIS, and like an idiot, I never took them up on the offer. That was a lovely man called Julian. I won't mention his full name. In fact, I can't remember it. But yeah, he was lovely. He used to come in. We used to chat about Doctor Who. And yeah, he said, come down whenever. Come down on the set. And I should have done. Because I could have possibly, at that time, met David Tennant. Because that was the kind of era it was. Because obviously, Christopher Eccleston only did one term. And it's just an amazing coincidence that has nothing to do with me. But the Prime Minister in Aliens of London shares the same name as me. Now, there's no way on earth somebody decided to use my name in that. But it was quite funny having, spoke a lot to the Doctor Who team at that time, seeing that episode and thinking, that's my bloody name, but I very much doubt it. Yes, I think that's about it for the Doctor Who memories. I mean, I will make a video of the Doctor Who paperwork and items that I managed to retain from being a company that supplied to that production. I've got quite a few Torchwood bits of paperwork, which is very cool. As I say, I've got the paperwork from the first episode, Rose. I've got the box file labels because they were all our box files that went to his shed. I suppose I should have kept the childhood star map, but that's gone the way of the dust when All Props was sold. Another hire company bought it, so that probably doesn't even exist now, that star map. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That's my memories of Doctor Who's early days, 20 years ago now, in the prop hire company I used to work for then. And yeah, it was great. I mean, absolutely brilliant to be offered to go and visit the set of Doctor Who, and I didn't. That wasn't the brilliant part, but yeah, like an idiot, I didn't take him up on his offer. So yeah, what a fool. But yeah, that's it. Hot off the press of my brain, my memories of working on the early Doctor Who. Yeah, I think that's it. Anything else I'm bound to throw in another video. Anyway, look after yourselves, take care, and I shall see you soon.